Hello everyone. Now, once again, for the 80 billionth time, I'm diving into something new on this channel, and it'll probably be a one-time thing. But I'm gonna do a reaction video. I know a lot of people do this sort of thing, but the way I'm gonna do it is we're gonna watch the video, and then stop it, and then I'm gonna say what I need to say, and then we're gonna continue with the video, stop it again, say what I need to say, so on and so forth. It's not going to be reacting during the video playing thing. So, I got this idea from Stuart K. Riley, who you may have known for the YouTube Poop News or whatever. And he's retired from that business now, but YouTube Poop was never my thing, but I'm not going to be hateful to it, because I know it's a pretty unique art form. Well, Amp Lemon's poops were not that bad, but I digress. He did something similar to, like, he takes that stuff to heart. When he sees somebody talking crap about his favorite thing to do, he gets upset about it, and he goes over it and just states what those guys are getting wrong. He's basically just trashing the people who hate YouTube poop. Well, I figured, well, YTP is not really my thing, but you know what is, and you guys know this by now if you've been a hardcore fan ever since 2019 or even before that. You know, during Era 3, but Nintendo is my favorite, and I will defend them. Now, I'm not saying I agree with everything that they do. They do some stuff that I'm not a big fan of, and I'm not going to go hating on anybody who disagrees with what they do. I'm not going to hate on people that hate on Nintendo. We're just going to go watch their video and see if I agree with what they're saying and try to understand what they're saying and see where they're coming from. And the video we're watching today, I'm not going to share the name or the channel of it. I don't want you guys to go over to his video and give him hate, because he doesn't deserve it. He's just stating the facts. I don't care if you hate Nintendo, but you at least should appreciate what they did in 1985. I'm sure we've all heard the story before, the video game crashed, blah blah blah. I'm not going to go in depth here. But if it wasn't for Nintendo, I've said this before and I'll say it again, there would be no video games. I'm not saying you have to like their work of art, although that's kind of sad that you don't. But I'm not saying that you do. But you should at least appreciate what they did, at the very least. Don't wish for them to go away. Like, one time in school, one of my friends was like, Nintendo, why can't you just go away? And I'm thinking, they have their fans. Like, you may not be one of them, but they have enough fans to keep going, and they have enough fans, like myself, who enjoy their work. They're not going away anytime soon. I highly doubt it. You can wish for them to go away all they want, but other people are going to disagree with you. That would be like if I said, spaghetti, why can't you just go away? I might not like it. Well, actually, that's not a good example. Spaghetti's not that bad. Let's try, baked beans. Go to hell. Like, that's like if I said that. I hate the crap out of those things, but I don't wish for them to go away entirely, because some people really like those things. So, whatever. But we've wasted enough time. I'm gonna have to do a lot of editing in this video. This may take a couple days even to make. So let's just get started with the video. Actually, I forgot to mention one more thing. So this is like a blog type video, you know, this guy right here, similar to that. He's ranting about Nintendo's decisions and why he doesn't like them. But he has a long ass intro. It is so long. I'm gonna quadruple its speed, and it'll still take a while to finish. Like, if this were quadrupled, it would still be too long. For a simple blog, you don't need to take this long to start the thing. Now, I know I'm guilty of the same thing, but at least these days, I'm putting a timestamp in the description when the video actually starts. I don't see this guy doing that, so, but whatever, let's just get started.
Because you see, Nintendo's doing some awful decisions recently and actually taken off the fan base. So I'm going to explain why, and I'm also going to explain why I'm done being a Nintendo fan.
Alright, give it to me straight. Tell me what they did that made you so upset that you're gonna stop playing Nintendo developed or Nintendo published games from now on.
The first reason. Every time Nintendo tells, what's the game developer's name? Masahiro Sakurai, to tell them what Smash Brothers characters they put in, what Smash Brothers that deserves to be in Ultimate, basically, the fans get ticked off.
I know I'm cutting it short here, guys, but I kind of need to say something here. So, you're telling me that fans are not liking Nintendo, or one of the reasons that fans are not liking Nintendo so much is because there's a certain character they don't like in Smash Bros. Ultimate? Like, really now? You can't have every video game character in there. There's so many to choose from. There's so many great classic characters. Does it matter that much?
It's pretty much not Sakurai's decision, it's Nintendo's decision.
Nintendo's decision? I could have sworn it was Sakurai's decision. I mean, I don't know. You're probably right, but I just heard from somewhere that, like, when the fans are dying for Waluigi to be in Smash, they refuse to put him in there, and I heard them say, oh, it's a Sakurai's decision. But I don't know, maybe it is Nintendo's decision overall. But Waluigi, is he that mainstream enough to be in there? Like, I know this is off track, but honestly, I don't care. The only thing they really need to do is get rid of Duck Hunt in the next Smash game. And that's it. Anyways, on with the video.
And for what I heard that Sakurai added a new fighter in Smash, and it's from Final Fantasy VII, because where we got Cloud. It's Cloud's arch enemy Sephiroth. Now, for those of you guys don't know who Sephiroth's actually the final boss in the game and the main antagonist in Final Fantasy VII and the remake.
Spoiler alert!
Obviously, many people are excited for Sephiroth, and some people are not happy about Sephiroth. There could be obvious reasons as to why Sephiroth is in Smash, but it doesn't really matter. It's Nintendo making the decision. Why? I don't know. And fans are not happy with what Nintendo is telling Sakurai what to do.
Well, I do agree to some extent that Nintendo needs to be less bossy, but you do have a point that it doesn't matter that much that Sephiroth or whoever you're talking about is not in Smash. I don't remember which one, but because there's an abundance of really good ones, and they all have their own cool moves, and I'm not even a Smash person myself, but I know a lot of people are. But anyways, go on.
In fact, Nintendo's behind this. Nintendo's telling the game developers what to do and tell which fighter this should be in Smash. Obviously, I could have expected something better, like maybe Sora from, Kingdom Hearts. Sora would have been a perfect fighter for Smash Bros. Ultimate. But as far as I can tell, Nintendo doesn't care.
Again, you can't have every freaking video game character be in Smash. There's gotta be a limit. And, like, you're upset over the fact that Sora from Kingdom Hearts is not in there. Okay, from what I believe, and I could be wrong here, but when it comes to third-party games, especially ones that are on other consoles than a Nintendo console, Nintendo's going to be very limited on those characters. Because, like I said earlier, obviously, they're not going to put all of them in Smash, because that would be thousands, or maybe even millions of characters. Just for the fact that they're refusing to put your favorite video game character in there is not something to complain about.
Nintendo does not really care. I don't know why. But, Sephiroth, obviously it's a pretty good choice, but I prefer Sora being in Smash instead of Sephiroth.
Guys, I think we're just going to skip over the part where we're talking about Smash Bros. Because from this point on, for this topic, he's just talking about characters and stuff, and we've kind of already discussed that, so let's just cut that part out of the video and move on to the second reason.
Alright, next reason. The fan games. Obviously enough, Sega does care about the fans because, when they wanted to bring, some new ideas to Sega, they actually accepted their offer. They just need to make some changes, of course, to the games, and they're telling fans to rename it again. Sonic Mania was actually a perfect game.
No game is perfect, dude.
Because let's face it, you know what they say in that old commercial, sometimes Sega does what Nintendo don't? Well, that's obviously the reason why Sega still cares about the fans, and they can accept any fan games and make it as an official title. But for Nintendo doesn't care about what the fans want.
Okay. You're telling me that one of the reasons you don't like Nintendo is because they're not making the games that the fans want them to. Like, I do agree to some extent. It would be cool if, like, say, they made another true Paper Mario sequel. But freaking, it's their IPs. They don't have to do the same ideas and level design as their fans want them to. Like, are you kidding me right now? And like, just like the last reason, this is kind of ridiculous, don't you think? This isn't a legit reason to not like Nintendo. I mean, I do agree that some of my favorite series are not getting the proper sequels they deserve, but they have Mario, they have Zelda, and they're still going to continue to make sure those games are kick-ass. And I know that Mario and Zelda, them following their formulas, that might not necessarily be enough games to keep you occupied, but I freaking have enough games on my plate as it is, okay? And I'm sure you can find some more games out there too that'll keep you occupied until the next major Zelda or next major Mario comes out.
Every time a fan makes a fan game, like say Super Mario 64 HD Remake, which is a fan-made game, but they don't. It's not like they're stealing like the Nintendo IP characters or something. I don't know why. Every time Nintendo sees the fan games and they want to present their work to Nintendo, they shut down the fan games.
Guys, keep in mind that this video was posted December of last year, 1 month ago, and just one. And freaking Super Mario 3D All-Stars was already out. Like, you're seriously, like, why should Nintendo make a Super Mario 64 HD remake when they already have a compilation of 64, Sunshine, and Galaxy all in one? Like, really now? Is that necessary? The Super Mario 3D All-Stars was already out when this video was posted. Did you not already know that? And also, we're gonna go off track a little bit, but people are complaining that Super Mario Galaxy 2 is not in Super Mario 3D All-Stars, but why the hell should it be? Like, freaking, it's the same mechanics as another game that's on there, Super Mario Galaxy. They want to make sure each game had its own unique mechanics, so just having a game that's too similar to another game on there kind of defeats the purpose. Anyways, let's move on.
That's another reason why I hate Nintendo so much. I was a Nintendo fan for like a very long time, but after Nintendo starts making worse decisions throughout the whole years, I was like, you know what? Screw Nintendo. I'm done being a Nintendo fan.
Well, the only reasons you've given off so far as to why I don't like them is because the Sora not being in Smash and Nintendo not wanting to take specific ideas from fans. Those aren't legitimate arguments there. Though it's not a real excuse not to like them. I mean, it's your opinion, but if you're trying to be serious here, you're not doing a good job.
So yeah, Nintendo, you need to take a freaking hit because you don't want to listen to your fans. You don't want to accept their fan games? Fine. There could be also obvious reasons that they might soon catch up to the fans who actually translate the Mother 3 game into English. And once they catch up to them, they're going to ask them to shut down the project or shut down the studio, which is Starman.net. They better not, or I'll be ticked off.
You already are.
It's going to happen once the tail catches up to them, but I guarantee you I could be wrong. But yeah, they're going to shut down anyone who makes the fan games, and they don't want Nintendo to. Nintendo doesn't want to accept them. Screw you, Nintendo. Shame on you. One day you're going to lose a lot of money, and I hope you'll continue to lose money because you don't want to listen to the fans at all. Screw you.
Jeez, man, you're getting upset over the smallest crap. Screw you, Nintendo this. Screw you, Nintendo that.
The reason. Nintendo hates YouTube gamers.
Okay, this one, I kind of agree with him on. However, though, I'm a bit confused because I've seen a bunch of Let's Players who play Nintendo games, and their videos don't get taken down ever. Maybe because Nintendo doesn't actually know about them, so if they did, they probably would, but... So I do agree with you that they just need to back off on that one. This is probably your first only good point so far. Like, Zelda Master has like hundreds of thousands of subs, and I could be wrong, but I don't see any of his videos getting taken down. Of course, I don't know, because he has like thousands of them, and I'm not paying attention to all of them, but anyways.
By YouTube gamers, I mean anybody who bashes on Nintendo, their videos either get taken down or something. That's the one thing why I hate Nintendo so much. I did a rant video about the Super Mario 3 All-Stars.
Oh, so he has heard of it? That only proves my point from earlier that we don't need a Super Mario 64 HD.
was excited for it, but after they said that they're going to make these copies limited to death, which I'll get to that other reason later, they want to take everybody off. I don't know why. But yeah, Nintendo doesn't really care about the fans anymore, and have they're trying to backstab Nintendo behind their backs and bash on them, their videos get taken out because they're explaining the truth, and it's the truth because Nintendo doesn't care anymore. All they care about is being greedy little idiots.
Never call the people at Nintendo idiots in front of me. It's a Harry Potter reference, but it kind of sucked.
And money-hungry people, just because they want money for, I don't know, for something else. I don't want to explain. But there could be obvious reasons. Let's be honest here, Nintendo's one of the worst video game companies ever.
That is so not true, dude. There are so many far worse. Even if you hate them, their guts, you still have to admit they're not the worst, or even one of the worst. Ever heard of LJN, Data Design Interactive, probably a billion other people that I don't know about or care to know about? Come on, man.
All they care about is money and not give a dang.
Language. We say damn in this house.
About the fans. Not give a darn about the fans. So yeah, if Nintendo continues to keep taking off the fans a lot more worse by not accepting fan games and also shut down their videos who bash on them, Nintendo's gonna regret it. Sure, Nintendo is one of the richest companies ever, but they don't care anymore. Screw you, Nintendo.
He's gonna be saying screw you, Nintendo, a lot, if you couldn't already tell. So just keep that in mind. Like, I know it makes God cry whenever he says that, so if it's hard for you to hear, you have my excuse to stop watching this video.
I hope you lose a lot of money. I hope you continue to learn your lesson not to take off the fan base.
The fan base barely matters. It's like 10% them, 90% Nintendo. That's it.
Okay, I'm sorry. Let me calm down.
Yeah, no crap. This is past overreacting here.
Okay, sorry. Okay, that was the third reason. Fourth reason, Nintendo making their games limited time only copies. This is the one reason I hate the most.
You hear that, guys? He hates this reason the most. So that must mean that this is the reason why he doesn't like Nintendo anymore. The whole limited time copies thing. Let's see how atrociously awful this really is.
And since now Nintendo only wants to make these games only physical copies for a short period amount of time, until March 31st, 2021, that's exactly the reason why I hate Nintendo so much. Every time Nintendo announces a new title, they always have to make the copies limited time only. I hate that limited time only edition bullcrap, okay? I don't like that.
Okay, I don't know where he's getting this information from, because as far as I know, if there's a physical copy of a game, it'll be on store shelves for a while. Like, but even if he's right, we're reaching a point, son, where physical games are getting rarer and rarer. Like, we're moving on to digital now. It's probably like 5 more years until it finally dies off. Something like that. So it's gonna be, they're gonna be producing less of it than they did like 10 years ago. Physical copies of games, not as common as it used to be. I know that they still have fans because some people don't have a good Wi-Fi connection still, but the majority of us can still afford to download games. I do that to some of my games. I do own some of them physically as well, but I digress.
And of course, in just a few months from now, January, February, March 31st, that's when they're gonna stop selling Super Mario 3D All-Stars copy, along with Super Mario 3D World plus Bowser's Fury. How can you do this to your fans?
Okay, this one I'm gonna have to agree with. That Super Mario 3D World port that includes the new mode Bowser's Fury, it comes out on February 12th, right? And you're saying that till March, what was it, 31st or something? That's only like a month and a half that it's gonna be on store shelves. So, I don't know. If that's what you're implying, then yeah, Nintendo needs to stop that.
You cannot just force the fans to buy the game before it's too late. That's just stupid. That's stupid and dumb. How dare you, Nintendo? Once again, Nintendo is one of the most hateful companies ever, and they don't care about what we want anymore.
Guys, I apologize. This video is super long. Like, I'm not just talking about his video, but I'm talking about this video of me reacting to his video. Most of it is just him complaining about small details that aren't that important, really. And we're like, what, at the 19-minute mark, 20-minute mark, I don't know what. But this goes on for probably a little bit longer, so please try to hang in there, okay? Let's continue.
So you know what? And I don't care. If Nintendo tries to take down my videos, they're gonna regret it.
I highly doubt that, dude. Like, you're so minuscule compared to these behemoths. What are you gonna do that's gonna make them so scared of you? Like, you're just gonna go to their headquarters of Japan or America or whatever and just start busting up windows with a baseball bat or something? Like, whatever.
That's the fourth reason. Fifth and final reason as to why Nintendo sucks. Well, they shut down music videos.
Alright guys, he's had his final reason now, and this is very similar to the third reason, and I'm gonna have to agree with him on this one as well. Nintendo needs to quit taking down music videos of their music, because only way for people to hear your music is to have it widespread and do the whole music videos thing. As long as they give you credit, shouldn't matter that much. Now, you could be saying, well, Kale, lots of people are going to be buying the games that Koji Kondo composes for. But if they want to hear it without any of the other music, like character voices or whatever, this is the only way to do that.
And my music videos, I mean, anybody who uploads a Nintendo music will get their video taken down.
I don't know about anybody, dude. Like, my Kale-Idle heroes have Nintendo music in them, and they haven't been taken down. I hope I haven't spoken too soon. Help me. But I'm sure I'm not the only one who has uploaded Nintendo music and it'd still be on YouTube. Like, I know I got like 69 subs, it used to be 70, but I'm pretty sure that some people can get away with it if they're lucky. And I must be the lucky one. Or one of them.
How can you do this to your fans? They're not stealing your music, they're just uploading them, but also they give you credit in the description. How can you do this to your fans?
I totally agree, but only with this specific topic, hardly anything else.
Honestly, they've been shutting down a lot of Nintendo music channels who want to upload these video game musics, or any other channels like they have, like Gilva Sunner. If you guys know who he is, he's actually the YouTuber. It's got a picture of a Final Fantasy character or a Kingdom Hearts character. I don't know what profile picture he uses, but Gilva Sunner is a YouTuber who uploads these video game music, including something like Sonic, Mario, and so on, more I can think of. And that's the reason why half of his music videos got shut down or taken down because of Nintendo. Of course, I can think of another YouTuber like Brawl TRSM3 or something. I don't know how to pronounce his name, but yeah. Nintendo's going to take down any YouTubers who upload their music videos without permission.
I'm sorry I'm not saying much in this part, guys, but really, what's there to say? I mean, he just keeps ranting about the same stuff he ranted about a minute ago, but adds slightly different details to it.
We don't need permission to ask you if it's okay to upload these music videos. They can just upload them and give you credit. Obviously enough, I'm pretty much done being a Nintendo fan, and Nintendo makes the worst decisions ever. That's why, you know what? From now on, I decided not to be a Nintendo fan. I'm done playing Nintendo. Nintendo sucks, and I'm pretty much done being a Nintendo fan. All they care about is themselves and not us, because every decisions they make are stupid.
Not every decision, dude. Remember what they did in the 80s? That was their decision, wasn't it? And it would save the industry. And they've made pretty creative and original ideas and decisions since then. So, yeah, I want to say all of their decisions, dude. Pay attention to your wording.
Now, I cannot tell who's attacking the fan base. Either it's Nintendo of America or Nintendo Japan. Which company do you think is attacking the fan base?
Who the hell cares?
But let's face it, there's going to be major changes to my channel. I'm done being a Nintendo fan. I'm just ready to go back being a Sega fan. Because, let's face it, I've been a huge Sega fan since the very beginning when I first played the Sega Genesis. As a matter of fact, this is the Sega Genesis Classic Mini.
Holy crap, I'm so jealous. You must be the only person in the whole Omniverse to own one of those things.
And I was a huge fan of Sega. They got a bunch of good games, including Sonic the Hedgehog and Sonic the Hedgehog 2. But let's face it here. I'm pretty much not gonna play any more Nintendo games. I'm gonna just go back playing some, I don't know, Sega games. Or Sega that's on the Nintendo consoles, maybe.
Okay, so you're saying that you're gonna play Sega games on this Nintendo consoles. Like, I thought you don't like Nintendo period, software, hardware, or whatever. But you're okay with playing it on the Nintendo console?
So yeah, from now on, I'm done being a Nintendo fan. No longer gonna play Nintendo games ever again. I'm done with Nintendo. Maybe sometimes every once in a while I'll probably do a Nintendo gameplay, maybe. But until then, that's not gonna freaking happen.
Yeah, well, the way you've been saying it is kind of implies that you're done with Nintendo entirely. What is this, I may play some Nintendo games every now and then crap?
So yeah, Nintendo sucks, Sega and PlayStation rules. What does Microsoft do?
They suck the most.
Oh, that's right. Nothing but first-person shooter games. Yeah, I always said more I had to say here because Nintendo is just being really idiots right now. And have they know that I try to backstab behind their backs, they'll try to take down my video. Well, they better not. Because I explain the truth, and I explain the truth right here and right now. So yeah, tell me what you guys think. Do you think if Nintendo continues to take off the fanbase, they're going to start losing a lot of fanbase than before? I'm pretty sure it's going to happen.
They might lose some fans, but they'll still have enough to keep going. Like, the people that understand that Nintendo, just like everybody else in the whole freaking world, makes mistakes. The people that understand that just because someone makes mistakes, that doesn't mean that they suck. If they make some dumb decisions, that doesn't mean that they suck. So, the people that understand that are going to continue to stick with Nintendo.
Because let's face it, Nintendo will lose more money in the future, and they're going to learn their lesson not to take off the fan base.
I think I'm just going to stop the video here, guys, because the rest of it is just him saying, screw you Nintendo, and I'm done being a Nintendo fan, and blah blah blah. Well, thank you, my man. You made some good points, I will admit that, but he made some not so good points. And it's kind of sad that he's dismissing all the Nintendo games over a few bad things that are not that big of a deal to begin with. Like, freaking Let's Players and music videos? Really now? Like, what if you just want to play the games and not care about recording yourself doing it? I mean, you're missing out on a great library when you choose to stick with only Sega, only Sony, or God forbid Microsoft. Like, you're missing out. No offense to anybody here, but this guy, basically, he's not really giving legit reasons to stop liking Nintendo. He thinks that everything they do is a disaster, but really it's just those few things. Like, whatever. I could probably go on for a little while longer, but that's my first reaction video, and who knows if I'll make another one. This took like a day to make, so it took a lot of editing too, so if you want to see more of this guy's videos, you're going to have to find him yourself, because I'm not going to share his name here. Because, like I said earlier, I'm not going to be hateful, but I don't agree with everything this guy's saying, so I'm just going to say that straight. Well, guys, you have an awesome day. And whatever your pick is on the manufacturers, whether it be Atari, Sega, Nintendo, Sony, or Microsoft, well, two of those are not making consoles anymore, hardware. But anyways, so just enjoy what you have. Don't get too upset if somebody doesn't like what you like. And, you know, just live your life. If you disagree with somebody, don't be afraid to explain why you disagree with them. And until then, I'll see you. Oh, actually, I got some news to tell you guys. I'm not certain about this, but first of all, Behemoth Vlogmaster might be having editing in it, just like what these videos have. Now, don't flip your crap, because I'm just saying it's an idea, not certain about it. And also, Kale-Idle-Scope, I think it'll happen. But please let that be the last one, Kale. Please. That's a load of sequels right there. So I'll see you guys later. Goodbye.